Hi friends, glad you're here. In today's gentle yoga practice, we'll be having the experience of melting into our back bodies to experience opening to grace, opening to source, opening to a deeper self that we are. We'll do this again and again, and my hope is that by practicing this way, you can take this deeply restorative and resourcing tool into your lives off the mat. Enjoy. So welcome, and take your comfy seat, and we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah. If it feels good, you can close the eyes. Let the skin of the face soften. And let the energy begin to settle, right? The upward flow, up and out energy, which is so typical of all of us when we get up in our minds, up in our heads. So the first invitation is it's called Apana Vayu. It's the downward flow of energy. We have upward flow of energy and downward flow. So tuning in and inviting a downward flow of energy, bringing spirit back down and into the body, down into the pelvis. Since we have this incredible thing called a body, the yoga invites us to live more fully in the space of the physical body, bringing into union mind, heart, spirit, body, all of it together. We are in week number 2 of embodying opening to grace, which is the first universal principle of alignment in Anusara Yoga. It's the thing that we do first in each pose and each asana that we take. So before we move, we take a break. We dip into something greater than our small self. We move out of habitual patterns just for a moment. We give ourselves space. Last week we practiced really coming into the breath in the body, which we will continue this week. And this week we're going to add something more, a practice in the body that can also help us move into more of a universal alignment, an alignment with that which is greater, a deeper experience of ourselves, connection to source. If the word divine works for you, and that is melting into the back body. I want to invite you right now to bring both of your palms onto your kidneys. And just notice how that feels even. For most people, it's very soothing, and we have a lot of healing power in our hands. And sitting on top of our kidneys are our adrenal glands. And when we're stressed, the adrenals are working overtime. So just this gesture alone signals to the adrenals, to the kidneys, to take a rest, take a pause, receive. And it's in a state of rest that our body is able to renew. So opening to grace is an invitation to rest and renew. So with your hands here, for another couple of breaths, also bring your awareness back to the movement of the breath in the body. Feel free to bring in something called Ujjayi breath, ocean breath, which is a slight constriction at the back of the throat. Some people feel like it sounds like Darth Vader breath. You'll hear it inside of your own head, inside of your own body. And just notice what happens for you as you bring that in. For me, my mind immediately quieted. Wonderful. So these are tools to use any old time. All right, you can let those hands go. And let's bring our hands together now in front of the heart to open our practice. Bringing our voices together with the sound of Om, seed sound of the universe, it is said. Beginning with an exhalation, followed by an inhalation. And if your eyes are closed, you can open them now and release the hands. We've been sitting for a little while, so move any way you need to. We're going to do a couple more things seated. And as always, the invitation is to listen to your own body. So I will be offering things, and your job is to decide what's the yes and what's the no for you. All right. Okay. So once again, now with eyes open, see if you can experience that melting into the back body, even without your hands there. There's something that happens where the front body, which is the part of us that greets the world, it's where our personality usually lives, can soften for a moment and melt into the back body. Just see if you can get a feel of that. And if you can't, don't worry. These things take practice. These things take time. And if you can, cool. How neat is that? Great. So rooting through sits bones, inhale, lengthening the spine. Let's take the arms out either side with wide fingers. And turn the hands. And we're turning actually from up in the shoulder. So it's up in the shoulder that we're turning. And begin to lift the hands. I don't know about you, but my shoulders tend to get a little tight. Just probably from what we all, what I carry on my shoulders. To use an age-old axiom, it's like, what are you carrying? And here it is. And then we can take it back down again. Oh, and float it down. Nice. And shake it out. As if you were seaweed for a moment, rooted, but the upper body is moving with water. It's a nice way to encourage tensions to begin to loosen and soften and let you go. Good. All right, let's come into shoulders. And on the inhalation, we'll take shoulders towards the ears. High, 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 high. And on the exhalation, drop. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, draw them up. Exhale. 1 more, draw it up. Exhale. And release. Whew. Good. Nice. Maybe a little rolling. Small rolling. Gentle rolling. Oh, and if there's a sound that wants to come out on the exhalation, it's really good to let it come out. I mean, if you've got a silent scream going on in there, like a Munch style scream, and there's no one around, it might be good to let that out too. Here in the yoga studio, I don't know, maybe when we're done. All right, come on back to center. And let's interlace our fingers and press it out. Oh, yes. I don't know, my shoulders are so happy when I'm doing this. And let's take it up. Just gentle pressing and pressing and pressing and pressing. Oh, and you can even imagine what you might be pressing away, pushing away. Keep an ease in the neck. Release the hands and turn the palms so that they're facing each other, and you can maybe interlace the fingers if this works for your shoulders. If it doesn't, don't do it, but you can give it a try. Do it one way. Notice how that feels in the shoulders. And then we're going to do it the opposite way. That even makes sense. Like, what just happened there? And it's going to feel weird and awkward, right? And so let's go the first way again. Notice what that feels like. And then the other way. One way will feel more natural than the other. Good. And then float that down. Shake that out. Good. Okay. With hands on knees or thighs, we're going to do a little cat-cow sitting right here. So getting into the spine. So first I want you to melt yourself. Draw the front body towards the back body and curve the back. And see if you can experience some of this as a melting. And then as you inhale, draw the back body towards the front body to lift the heart. And on the exhalation, front body moves towards back body. And on the inhalation, back body moves towards front body with the heart lifting. Back to center. You can do as many of these as you like. But here in the room, we're going to transition to Navasana and then Ardha Navasana. So take your feet out in front, and you may want to come off. If you're sitting up on a cushion, you may want to come off of it for this. And I'll turn to the side so that folks who are watching can see what this all looks like. So bringing hands under the knees, under thighs. All right. We're going to do the same thing we just did, only this time in this shape, to begin. So as you exhale, front body moves to back body. Let yourself round. And as you inhale, back body draws to front body. The top of the sacrum moves forward, and it's like a all the way up the spine to lift the heart. And then exhale to round. Inhale up. Exhale to round. And inhale to lift the heart. Staying right here, using the arms if you need them, we're going to lift the right foot up. Activate those toes. Lift the right foot up. Find your breath. And then feel that draw to center line and the lifting of the heart here. Easy and steady in the breath. Exhale that down. Inhale, activate the toes of the left foot, lift the foot, lift the heart, breathe. And exhale that down. Give yourself a little break, because we're not done. Did you want to be? All right, feet on the floor. Let's do it again. We're going to take it a little deeper. Yeah, good. All right, let's do the first thing again. So exhale, round. Inhale, back body comes forward. Top of the sacrum comes forward, heart lifts. Feel a gentle draw of the knees towards one another. Now, inhale and lift and spread the toes of the right foot. Lift that. You're going to need to shift your weight here. And ready? Lift and spread toes of the left foot and start to bring that off the floor and see if that's a possibility without losing the lift in the heart. Ooh. Ardha Navasana. Half boat pose. Good. If you're feeling wild and crazy, you can try letting go with one hand and then another hand. And then you should be able to sing, right? You should be able to like, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Why was I the only one singing? Bring the feet down. Nice. All right, from here, let's get right onto our backs. With feet on the ground and knees bent, taking this moment to come back into the breath and that experience of melting into the back body. And one thing I would love to invite you to see if you can feel is see if you can feel the bottom ribs melting into the floor. Good. All right. On the next inhalation, let's take the right foot to the sky. Active toes will reach the hands behind the hamstring. And if your hands don't reach or if this is hard for you because your hamstring is tight, you can use a belt or a tie or a scarf. And come back into the breath. Feel the melting at the bottom of the rib cage again into the floor and point and flex the foot. If it feels good, you can outstretch the left leg with the inside of the left leg pressing into the earth, and keep that movement going in the foot. Maybe circling now. Get into the ankle, circling one way and then the other. Did you discover a little something? In your heel. This may be your plantar fascia. Okay. Now let's put a bend in that right knee. Take the hands around towards the shin side of the leg and draw that knee towards the heart or the armpit, any amount or none at all, depending upon your body. And see how that presses the back body even more deeply into your mat. Yeah, when our body is in the same shapes throughout the day, each day, the fascia tends to get a little frozen in places. So it's good to release it. Inhale, take that foot back up to the sky. Left foot comes to the floor if it's outstretched. Lower the right foot down. Take a moment to find your breath again. Feel that melting of the back body once again. And the next inhalation, left foot comes towards sky, active foot. Reach through with the hands to the back of the leg. It's a hamstring stretch. Letting those bottom ribs melt again into the floor, begin to move the foot, point and flex. And if it feels good, you can outstretch that right leg, pressing the inner thigh towards the earth. active right foot if it's outstretched. Maybe circling. This is where you're gonna, ooh, yeah, all the stuff. And if you go slow, you might feel it all the way up the leg. Good. Put a bend in that knee. Reach the hands around to the shin side. And draw that knee any amount towards heart or armpit. And if your right leg is outstretched, keep pressing the inner thigh towards the earth. Easy in the breath. Good. On the exhale, we'll take that foot back to sky. Right foot on the ground. Bring the left foot down and take a moment just to feel. Okay, we're going to come into a figure 4 pose, which is a great stretch to do every day. Inhale the right foot to sky and exhale that ankle in front of the left knee and pause. Find your breath. Feel the back body melt again. I'm just going to cue that ad nauseum today. All right, now activate the toes of both feet and begin to draw the left knee towards the heart. You can reach through with the hands if you like. You can use a strap. If you don't reach, you can also not reach through. You can simply feel this. And if lifting your left foot off the ground doesn't work for your body, you can simply lift the toes. As the left knee moves and presses into the ankle, moves towards the heart, the right knee isometrically draws away. And you can play with this with just the right amount of effort without over-efforting. Our Western culture has trained us to over-effort. So let's find the right amount of effort so that you can actually feel what's happening. Soften the jaw. Let the skin of the face melt. Yep, into the earth. And enjoy. And when you're ready, you can exhale that left foot down. Take the right foot to sky, and then exhale the right foot down. Take a pause between sides to breathe and let the lower rib cage melt again. Inhale, left foot to sky. Exhale, ankle to the front of the knee. Inhale, activate the toes of both feet. Exhale, begin to lift that right foot and or leg right off the ground. And pause again. Find that breath, feel that melting, reactivate the feet. Right knee draws against the ankle toward heart, left knee isometrically draws away. Find the right amount of effort for your body today. And you may notice a difference in the two sides. That's to be expected. Ease in the breath. Soften the skin of your forehead. Enjoy. This is your life. You actually get to enjoy it. Yay! And when you're ready, you can stay as long as you want, but when you're ready, you can inhale that right foot down. Exhale, left foot to sky. Inhale, left foot down. And pause. Come back into the breath. Feel the melting of the back body. You can even exaggerate it by pressing the back body into the floor. All right, arms at the side. Put a bend in the elbows. Bring jazz hands in so your palms are facing each other across the body. Feet placed on the floor, hip width apart. Pelvic tilting. Great. As you inhale, top of the sacrum moves towards sky to create a curve in the lower back. Back of the hips stay on the ground. The buttocks stay on the ground. And then as you exhale, the navel moves towards the earth, buttocks still stay on the ground. You're just pressing the lower back into the ground. So follow your own breath here. Inhale, make the curve, exaggerate the curve. Exhale, press it into the floor. Inhale the curve. Exhale, press it into the floor. And now if you like, you want to take it deeper, pressing into the feet, you can begin to lift the hips into a mini bridge pose. Yeah. Lifting the hips any amount. Softening the inside of the thighs and drawing the tailbone towards the back of the knees. Heart moves towards the chin. Keep a curve in the back of the neck if you are in bridge. Ease in the breath. Hold for as long as you like. And then exhale it out. Bring your hands to your knees. Lift your feet off the ground. Circle knees one way. With the breath. And then the other. Good. Draw knees towards heart. Rock on sacrum. How does that feel? Yeah, just feeling the back body in connection with Earth. Receiving Earth's wonderful energies. And then exhale the feet to the ground. Do one more thing here on our backs. So we'll inhale that right foot up to sky. Exhale the ankle in front of the knee. Open the right arm out to the right and take the right foot towards the left for a twist. You can take it any amount, or you can even imagine it. Yeah. Maybe it comes onto the floor. Maybe you're using a bolster to support it. Left hand can come onto the knee. And then you can play there with the knee, with the hand. Keep a bit of action in both of the feet as you do this. Ease in the breath. And when you're ready to stop playing, you can inhale to come out. And bring that foot down. Full breath. On the next inhalation, left foot comes to sky. Exhale, take that ankle in front of the knee. Left hand out to the side. Left foot comes over towards the right side for a twist. And maybe the right hand comes to that left knee to play. Active in the toes of both feet. Ease in the breath. Softness in the jaw. Maybe bringing in that Ujjayi breath to support your practice. To support the yoking of yoga and bringing all the parts to one. And when you're ready, we'll exhale to come out. Woo! And the foot comes down. Take a moment in center line. We're going to come to standing. So for some people, what will work best is to roll onto a side and gently make your way up by using your hands to come up. For others, it's a rock on the spine that feels good. And then finding your way up to standing. Okay. How are we doing on sunshine? Yeah, still a lot of sunshine. All right. Welcome to standing. How do we get here? It's a miracle. It is kind of miraculous when you think about it. All the stuff that we can do because we have this body, right? Yeah, even when our body has limitations, that's part of the miracle as well. All right, so let's come into our feet. Maybe a little rocking forward and back, just to feel into the feet. You can lift and spread the toes and fan them down, starting with the pinky toe to give yourself a more stable base. Notice what's happening in your breath. And then let's take both of our hands around to the kidneys while we're standing here one more time. Maybe bringing in that ujjayi breath, maybe making a sound on the exhalation because it just feels good. And there's unprocessed stuff that can actually begin to be processed by making a sound. It's part of the metabolization process. It's a gift. So feeling into those hands on the kidneys, plumping that area. Yeah, like you were Botox injectioning both sides right above the kidneys to get them nice and plump and to fill into the hands. Okay, forget I said that. It's kind of gross. Well, that's a judgment, so I'm just going to let that go completely. All right, and there it is. Good. So filling here. Let that go. Press into the feet. Inhale the hands up to sky. Pressing into feet, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. And one more time. Pressing into feet. Take the hands up. Exhale, hands to heart. One last time. Pressing into the feet. Reach it up. Take the left wrist in the right hand. Bend a little bit forward so that you can plump into those kidneys. Fill them up, fill them up. Good, keep them full. And then lift the heart and come into your side stretch. Keeping the kidneys full. It's a little different, isn't it? Oh my goodness. That just feels so good to me. All right, and then inhale to come out, switch the sides. So take the right wrist in your left hand. Bend a little forward so you can plump into the kidneys. Really fill out that space. Good. Then lift the heart without losing the plumping in the kidneys. This is a yoga technological term, plumping the kidneys. It's in all the textbooks. And give yourself this really delicious stretch. Oh, good. And then inhale it up. And exhale it down. And shake it out. Move any way you need to. Woo. All right. Good. So you may want your blocks for this. We're going to do some forward folding. If your hamstrings are tight and you like to get your hands on blocks, if they're not and you don't need them, cool. And here we go. All right. So finding that breath. Breathing into the back body. Maybe with ujjayi breath. Lift and spread the toes, fan them down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale through center line with a softness in the knees. Bring the hands down. Let's stop with hands on knees first, because for some people this is just the right kind of forward fold that you want. If you feel like there's more for you, then we're going to take it down, take it down. Maybe hands to blocks. And if you don't need blocks, fingertips to floor. You can do this with a bend in the knees. Lift and spread toes, gentle draw of ankles towards one another. If your head is lower than the hips, let it go. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, fold inward. Inhale the heart forward. Exhale, fold inward. And one more time, inhale the heart forward. And this time pressing into the feet, we're going to rise up and touch the sky. Good. Let's bring those fingertips together. And as you exhale, we're going to come into Utkatasana chair pose, and we're going to play with this a few times, okay? We're going to do it more than once. All right, as you exhale, start to sit back like you're sitting in a chair. The weight will come into the heels. Keep full in the back body. Root the tailbone down. And then inhale it up. And exhale, take a seat again. Maybe the hands come more forward this time. Stay full in the back body. Gentle draw of shins together. Inhale it up. One more time. Exhale, sit. Fullness in the back body. Good. Inhale it up. Exhale, release the hands. And move any way you need to. Cool. Let's do a little standing twist. Oh no, let's do what you're doing. Yeah, let's take a wider stance. Love that. And make the arms heavy like you're wearing a big coat and you have big heavy sleeves. Put a little bend in the knees and just begin to move and let those arms naturally kind of, whoo. I have the image of an amusement park where there's the swings. Yeah. So your arms are the swings. Nice. This is such a nice, gentle way to twist. And then begin to soften and stop the body, but let the arms find their own way to stop. Good. And if you're feeling playful, you can jump your feet together. I love it. All right, let's take our mats to the wall. We're going to come to the wall now. Working at the wall. All right. So let's look right at the wall and take your hands to the wall. Step the right foot forward. Step back with the left foot, coming into a lunge on the right side. Come up onto fingertips of the hands. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Front knee is above the front ankle. And then lean it forward and do that plumping of the kidneys. So fill the kidney area up. Fill yourself with light, connecting in with the one energy. Nice. Gently draw legs towards the midline. And then curl the heart up. Isometric draw fingertips down the wall. Press into the feet. Lift the heart without losing the fullness of the kidneys. Maybe the palms come to the wall. Good. Pressing into the hands, step the front foot back to meet the back foot. Straighten out both of the feet. Put a bend in the feet. In the knees. Bend in the ankles, bend in the knees. Good. And fill the back body again. Just fill it up. So we're not fully into the shape yet. We're filling the back body. Good. Now, gently find midline, draw the hip points back, press into the hands and get long. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward to come into a lunge on that side. Turn the back foot to a 45. Come up onto fingertips. Beautiful. A little lean forward to fill the back body. Draw legs into midline. Press through the feet. Lift the heart without losing the fullness in the back body. Now press into the palms. Step the front foot back. Straighten the feet. Fill the back body with knees bent. Then take the hip points back. Press into the hands and move towards straightening the knees. On the next inhale, come to plank position at the wall. So straighten out the body. Find your breath. Fill in the kidneys. And then draw the hands isometrically towards one another to find the midline. Push the wall away. Press into the feet and the wall. And then on the inhale, draw the heart through and up towards sky. On the exhale, put a bend in the knees and take it back to downward facing dog. And when you're ready, inhale, step it forward. And shake it out. Good. We're going to come into Vrikshasana tree pose. So use the wall if you need it. We'll start on our left foot. Have the wall at a reasonable distance if you are relying on it for balance. If you're not relying on it for balance, no worries. And here we go. So we'll find our breath, maybe bringing in that Ujjayi breath again. Good. Find your back body. Really take that moment to open yourself to grace. Nice. Then lift and spread toes of the left foot. Make the standing leg strong. Take weight out of the right foot. Bring that heel into the ankle, and maybe this is where you work. Or maybe that foot comes into the shin. Or maybe the foot comes up and into the thigh, just not on the knee. Hand in front of the heart. And with the support of the breath, the fullness of the back body, and then a draw to midline, you can open the branches of your tree. Experiment if you're using the wall with just taking fingertips off to let yourself experience the balancing. And maybe you don't need it at all. Draw the chin back. And when you're ready to come out, hands to heart, exhale, and shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, other side. All right, so right fingertips at the wall if you're using the wall. Find the breath. Breathe into the back body. Give yourself really fully give yourself over to the back body. Now lift and spread the toes of the standing leg and take weight out of the left foot. Heel comes into the ankle, maybe the shin, maybe the thigh. If the foot is in the thigh, foot presses into thigh, thigh presses back. That's the center line. Then you can find your way all the way in, opening the branches of your tree. Draw the chin back. Exhale, hands to heart, release, shake it out. Good. All right, let's turn back to the wall. Bring both palms to the wall at shoulder height, nice and wide in the fingers. Put a bend in the knees. Walk your feet back, walk your hips back. Pause, breathe into the back body. Gentle draw to midline. Now here we go. Take weight into the left foot and slide the right toes back behind you. Pause. And then see if you might be able to lift that foot. Lift, 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 staying full in the back body. Lift, lift, lift. And exhale that foot all the way through for another lunge. Turn the back foot to a 45. Come onto tented fingers. Upper body is folded forward just enough so that you can breathe and fill the back body again. Keep that full. Then draw legs to midline and inhale, lift heart. Palms at the wall, press into the wall, straighten the back foot, put a bend in the back knee, front foot comes back, send it behind you. Press into the wall. Exhale it down. Come to center, soften the knees, breathe into the back body. Good. Draw legs to midline, take hip points back, press into the wall for your downward facing dog, nice and long in the spine. Now take all weight into the right foot, slide left toes behind you, keep a fullness in the back body, and lift that leg. Exhale the foot all the way forward to the wall. Turn the back toes to a 45. Come onto tented fingers. Pause. Upper body hinges forward and fill the back body now. Then draw legs towards midline. And on the inhalation, press through feet to lift the heart. Exhale, palms to the wall. Turn the back foot, look down, front foot comes back, lift it behind you. And exhale it down. Nice. Now you're in downward facing dog with bent knees. Get long in the back, fill the back body. Then draw legs towards one another and press through hands. Good. Inhale, walk it forward. And shake it out. How are we doing?
Good.
Good. All right, let's take the right hand to the wall with wide fingers right out from the shoulder. Good. You're going to rotate that upper arm to bring the shoulder up and onto the back more fully. Nice. Press into the wall as you turn your feet and heart away. Left hand comes behind the head. Press the head into the hand. Press into the feet, lift the heart. Hello, fascia. Anybody feeling anything?
Yes.
Okay, inhale, unwind it. Take the other side, left hand at the wall, right out, straight out from the shoulder, wide fingers. And then inhaling, we take the shoulder up towards the ear and we rotate the upper arm to bring that shoulder blade more fully onto the back. Okay, nice. As we press into the wall, turn the feet and the heart away until you start to feel it. Right hand behind the head. Head presses into the hand. Press into the feet, lift the heart, and ooh. Chances are your dominant hand side will feel this more. You'll feel more tightness there. And then inhale to unwind yourself. Move any way you need to in these transitions. Good. Let's take both hands to the wall again, palms at the wall. Come into the breath. Maybe Ujjayi breath. Melt into the back body. Notice how perception shifts. Then draw hands isometrically towards one another on the wall, and inhale the heart up. Up dog. Pressing into the feet, the heart lifts up. Putting a bend in the knees, walk the feet and the hips back. Pause with a bend in the knees and fill the back body. Fill yourself up. Good. Then press into the hands and take the hip points back. Move the knees towards straight. Bring weight into the left foot. Lift the right leg behind you. And then exhale, bring it through to the wall. Turn the back foot to 45. Come up onto tented fingers and pause. Upper body hinges forward. Fill the kidney area. Draw legs towards midline. Press into the feet. Inhale the heart up. Pressing into both palms, turning the back foot straight, taking weight into the left foot. Right foot comes back and behind you. Lift. Keep a fullness in the back body. Exhale the foot down. Nice. Pause in the middle in your downward facing dog, which by the way is named a resting pose. Now we're going to take the weight into the right foot. Exhale, left foot behind. Keep a fullness in the kidneys. All right, inhale, then exhale that foot all the way through. Turn the back foot to a 45. Come up onto tented fingers and pause. Upper body hinge forward. Fill the kidney area. Front knee is bent. Now draw legs towards midline. Isometric draw of fingers down the wall as the heart lifts up. Press into feet, lift heart. Breath is steady. And here we go, pressing into the wall, taking the weight into the back foot. Turn it so that it's straight, and then the front leg comes all the way back. And exhale that down. Downward facing dog. Make a sound. Walk it forward. Turn, and let's do a little squat. Squat at the wall, hands on the knees. And find that breath. And you can play here with drawing the front body towards the back body. For a little rounding. And then inhale, draw the back body towards the front body. Draw the heart forward. Play with that a couple times. Little cat-cow variation. Good, and then we'll come on up. All right, we're going to use the wall to support us in a twist like we did last time. So starting with your left hip looking at the wall. And just make sure there's about a foot of space between, or foot and a half between your hip and the wall. Good, and come into your breath. Melt into the back body, opening yourself to the grace that you are. The grace that runs through you as you lift and spread the toes of the feet. Take the right hand onto the front of the right hip, so the right hip point, and keep it there. See if you can hold it there. Left fingertips come to the wall. Now from above the navel, we begin to turn towards the wall without that right hip coming forward. So the right hip stays where it is. The head is the last to turn. And see if you can find length. On the inhalation, press through feet, get long through the crown. Find your length as you turn. Steady in the breath. And inhale your way back out. Ooh, how's that? Cool, let's try the other side. All right. So about a foot or foot and a half from the wall, we'll take the left hand to the front of the left hip. Breathe. Breathe into the back body. Then lift and spread toes. Feel that gentle hug of the legs towards midline. Right fingertips to the wall. Using the left hand to hold the hip point right where it is, we twist from above the navel. So inhale, press through feet, get long, and begin your twist. Can you do this without forcing? Can you do this with some curiosity? And then inhale to unwind yourself. Good. And move any way you need to. All right. So looking at the wall, coming back from the wall about 2.5 feet. Step back with the right foot, hands on hips. Back foot turn to a 45. Parsvottanasana. Yeah. Nice. So find your breath. Fill in the kidneys. Lift and spread the toes of both feet. Feel the energy in the legs. Feel how the muscle hugs towards the bone. Now begin to forward fold yourself by hinging at the hips. Take fingertips to the wall. I'm a little bit too far from the wall, so walk yourself in if you need to, so that you shouldn't have to overreach for the wall. Nice. Draw legs in towards midline again. Get long in the back. Keep a fullness in the back body. And forward fold as much as feels good as you press through the feet. Getting long through the crown. Breathe. Steady. Press through the feet. Walk your fingers up. Come on up. Step the back foot forward to meet the front. Step the front foot forward. Front foot back, sorry. Turn the back foot to a 45. Hands on hips to begin. Good. Nice. And breathe. We start with the breath, and then we fill our kidney areas with light. Now lift and spread the toes to power up the legs. Draw those legs in towards the midline and start to fold yourself forward. Let the fingertips reach for the wall. Adjust if you need to come closer to the wall. Pause. Let this be easy. Fill the back body again. Lift and spread toes. Draw legs to midline. Press through feet, get long through the crown, and find your forward fold here. Elbows move towards the sides, open to the sides. Easy in the breath. Good. And when you're ready, press into the feet, walk the fingers up, step it forward, shake it out. All right. One last thing at the wall before we come to sitting. An hour goes so quickly. All right, let's, like we did before with our twist, we want to be about a foot from the wall. Nice. Step the left foot forward and the right foot back like we just did. Right foot is turned to a 45. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Let's start with hands on the hips. Good. Come into the breath. Fill the kidneys. Draw legs in towards midline. Nice. Put the right hand at the front of the right hip, like we did before. Good. Left fingertips come to the wall. Nice. Pressing into the feet, inhale, get long through the crown and begin to twist above the navel towards the wall. Take your time here. Can you even keep the back body melted as you do this? Nice. Inhale to unwind. Keeping your feet where they are, we're just going to turn the feet to twist ourselves to the other side. Great. Nice. Good. Back foot at a 45. There it is. Come into the breath. Breathe into the kidneys. Now lift and spread the toes. Draw those legs in towards midline. Left hand at the front of the left hip point, right hand at the wall. As you press into the feet, inhale, get long in the spine and begin to turn yourself from above the navel towards the wall. Breath is steady. Inhale, unwind yourself. Let's take a squat, just to reset the spine. Press one sits bone in and then the other. One sits bone and then the other. Yeah, and if you want to do a little cat-cow here, if that would feel good. Gentle cat-cow. With the breath. And then we will come to a seated position. So you can take your mats back. I suggest sitting up on a cushion if you started on one. Let's take legs right out in front. Fingertips behind. Dandasana variation. So if you take your fingertips behind, you can activate the toes of both feet, gently make contact with the back of the legs and the floor, conscious contact, and then inhale to lift the heart. Hello, crow. Easy breath. Stay here for as long as you like. But since we're running out of time, I'm going to suggest that folks in the room take your feet together for Baddha Konasana. Breathe. Kind of like when we were doing Navasana. So if your body is doing this, you probably need to be a little bit higher up on a cushion, right? So we want the top of the sacrum to be able to gently move forward. So there's a gentle curve in the lower back, and then the heart to lift up. Press down through the sits bones, get long through the spine. Good, and then walk your right fingers around to behind you. Or a gentle, gentle twist. Inhale to come out. Walk left fingers around behind you. Rooting through sits bones, lengthening through crown for a gentle, gentle twist. See if you can keep the back body melted as you twist. And breath steady and easy. Good. Inhale to come out. Nice. Find your way to your backs. We're going to get into Shavasana. Shavasana is nice sometimes to put that bolster right under the knees, and if you've got an eye bag, to put that over the eyes. So we lie on our backs. Shavasana is the pose of integration in our practice. All the energy that we moved around, messed with, gets to settle again. And whatever new spaces opened up, we get to integrate those, and they become part of our lived experience of ourselves in this physical form. We are so much more than our physical form, but the physical form is so much in and of itself. So once again, letting the front body melt into the back body. Softening the muscles of the jaw, the skin of the forehead and around the eyes, and around the mouth. And I will read to you a Lakota prayer, and it goes like this. Great mystery, teach me how to trust my heart, my mind, my intuition, my inner knowing, the senses of my body, the blessings of my spirit. Teach me to trust these things so that I may enter my sacred space and love beyond my fear, and thus walk in balance with the passing of each glorious sun.